What's good, y'all? It's the Mega Manager checking in, man. And today I bring you guys another one of my full body workouts, man. So today, my specialization, I would say, or the lift that is the main lift, the first movement that I'm doing is the bench press, so the reverse grip bench press. You guys know that I'm an advocate of reverse grip bench press. If you ever watched my video on one chest exercise I would do the rest of my life, that's what it is, all right? So today's a 5x5, so it's particularly heavy. And I started pars reverse grip benching. I made a video about that as well. I'll probably go put it up right before this one or at the same time, so you can go watch that. See why I started pars reverse grip benching and see why I started pars squatting as well. There's a good reason and it feels really good. And the issues that I was having before went away. All right, so then after that, rest of the full body workout, I'm thinking about giving you guys a physique update, and you're gonna see like a little bit of my cardio and everything. So everything's going good. Been cutting for about 13-ish weeks, 13, 14 weeks. I've been going really slow. It's the first time I've ever gone really slow, and I'm incorporating full body training. Hey, relax. So he gets sad when I start talking and I'm about to leave. So alright, so like I was saying, this is the first time I've actually incorporated like strength training into like a cut, and the results of it is amazing because I haven't gotten really any weaker. I've actually gotten stronger on some of my lifts. Even when I started pause squatting, I could actually pause squat close to what I was doing before, because I've been doing intuitive training. So pretty much just, if I needed to limit it, then I would limit it. In the car. If I needed to limit it, then I would limit it, like how many sets and pretty much how many sets I did. Because I do bench, squat, and deadlift twice per week, so you have to really moderate the volume that you're doing if you want to be able to progress on all of them, and have progressed on all of them. My deadlift, honestly, the numbers I'm doing right now is based off of my max being 515, and I blew all of those out of the water. So starting the new cycle of my strength program this week, I'm probably gonna base it off of I'm gonna estimate probably about 535, maybe 540 is my max, and then do the numbers based off of that for the next 2, 4, 6 weeks, and they just keep going that way. Like, my deadlift has been exploding and it's ridiculous. I think it's a combination of the fact that I'm deadlifting twice a week, not doing too much volume. I'm also squatting and getting stronger on the squat, and I do a lot of explosive cardio, and I'm keeping myself in really good condition, really good shape. So I've lost about 18 pounds. I'm hovering about 180 right now for the past like little while, but I've seen myself slowly getting leaner, and that's really what I wanted. I'm not rushing it this time. Don't have any type of a deadline. I'm in grad school right now, and I try to overstress myself or anything, but I do work out 6 days a week, so but everything's going good, and I really honestly advocate like a really slow cut, and finding the right diet that's going to allow you to continue to get stronger while slowly losing body fat. Okay, I haven't lost any size. I don't really feel like crap unless I go low carb for after 5 days or so, but then I have like a couple like a cheat day or two, and I'm good to go. I feel like Superman this week. But anyway, I was talking too much. We're gonna get to the gym, and we're gonna get this reverse grip started. What's good, y'all? So this is going to be a killer full body workout, man. So this is one of the first workouts where I started pausing on my reverse grip bench press. This also, just to let you guys know, this was about a week ago. This is actually about a week and a couple days ago. I've been busy with my master's degree program and a lot of stuff that I'm trying to learn right now, so editing some videos has taken some back burner. Has gotten put on the back burner a little bit, but I'm starting to get back into it slowly because school, like the workload, is starting to ease up and everything. So I still did all the same weights that I usually do, and honestly now, like this week, I did 225 for 9 reps, and I'll probably flip that video in right here. This was just yesterday, I believe, but point is, I started pausing, and it feels so much better. I feel like it's allowing me to discover like the true strength that I actually have, and my numbers haven't really dipped too much. I mean, the only critique that I would really give myself on this is that I've noticed that my butt comes off the bench a little bit, but it kind of doesn't matter to me too much because I'm not like elevating it like 20 inches off the bench like some people do, and also I'm not a power lifter, so it doesn't really matter to me per se, as long as I'm keeping it under control, and I'm not over exaggerating my butt coming off the bench. I feel like it's gonna be fine, and as long as it's not over exaggerated, I'm not gonna hurt myself, because you can't hurt your back doing bench. I remember the last time I maxed out and I did 335. I'm not gonna lie, I hurt something in my back, and thankfully I got that rep up when I did, because if I would have kept going, I would have been screwed. So I believe that today, count it, let's see. So the key to getting bigger is really to focus on strength training. That's pretty much what I've noticed, okay? And I'm working with different percentages of my warm max. I can't remember exactly how many reps I'm doing right now. I'm not really counting. It's either 5 or 7. So if it's 7 reps, I typically use 75% of my warm rep max, and when I do 5 reps, I'm using like 80% of my warm rep max. Okay, so I moved on over after that into some straight on push downs, rope straight on push downs. My favorite one because you get a little bit more range of motion. You can see the back working, and it's really high rep, you know. So I'm trying to move a little bit quick, but trust me, I have that mind muscle connection, so I'm able to move my back, you know, as I see fit and as I want to. All right, so I got a nice little angle for you guys right here for the curls. I'm also going to show you from the back too. So I like to do seated dumbbell curls. It's a nice switch up from doing incline curls, and I do it without the bench, like with the back support. I do it without that, and the reason is it makes you have to use your core a lot more, and it makes it harder to actually cheat the weight up. So what I do, I go down and get that full stretch. I pause for like a split second, and then I explode up. I'm not using momentum. This is all bicep strength, and I've seen, like, you know, as I've been able to do more weight for the same amount of reps for bicep curls, my biceps have improved a lot. Okay, and you're gonna see a difference when you don't have that back support. You don't have something to cheat into. You're gonna have to use, you know, pretty much all arm unless you start swinging, flailing your body and stuff. So you're gonna see right here, my elbows aren't going anywhere. Like, you know, it's not going in front of my body. Keeping my lats tight, back and squeeze right there. And just, you know, curling the weight up and using my biceps. So you see I'm stopping and everything. I want to make sure that I'm using my biceps instead of cheating it a little bit too much. There's other exercise where, you know, you can cheat using your biceps, but this one you wanted to keep it as strict as possible. So this one right here, I had to give my triceps, I'm gonna make a video about this. I had to give my triceps a while off from like direct work, at least overhead work. Mainly because my right elbow had tendonitis that flares every once in a while, and the only reason it flares is when I go too heavy. Even though my joints can, even though my muscle can support the weight, it doesn't mean my joints necessarily can. So I could do a lot more weight, but when I do, it damages my you know, the tendons and everything. So I went light for a while and actually didn't do any overhead stuff. I went light on like push down stuff and just let my shoulder press and my bench press, you know, handle the rest of my tricep hypertrophy. Don't worry if you stop doing tricep isolation movements. As long as you're doing pressing multiple times a week, they're just gonna grow. They're not gonna get any smaller. They're not gonna stop growing. Don't worry about that. I think people are too wrapped up in you know, the bodybuilder ideologies and having to do a million isolation movements and stuff. You don't have to do that. Literally compound movements and have a couple isolation things just for icing on the cake, and you're gonna be good to go. So this was last week is the last week I stopped this stuff. So I was doing, you know, I do like my cardio in between my sets. I was doing that for a few months, but I decided to change it this week. I changed how my training style is, and you'll see that when I put out a video from my workouts this week. But it's like a minute and a half. I fast forwarded because it's taking up too much time. So I'm just running in place, doing different things, 30 seconds each. So I worked my way up to like 90 seconds in between each set for a few weeks, and now I'm changing my training up, so I don't really do that anymore. I'm back to like 1 minute rest between the sets. But this is something it's helped me a lot. It allowed me to save time from having to do cardio later by getting it done in between my sets, and I lost about 20 pounds doing this, you know, over the course of a few months. I think like 14-ish weeks. I'm going really slow. I like this cut because I'm getting stronger. I haven't lost any muscle mass as far as I know, and I just feel overall good. I don't feel like I'm doing too much. I don't feel like I'm, you know, overexerting myself at all. I don't, you know, there's sometimes when the fatigue sets in. Just turn it around right here so you guys can see it from behind. You know, see him keeping my elbows in place, going down nice and slow and controlling it. And one tip I can give you, if you have any type of issues with any of joints, take it slow and do the full range of motion, okay, and go light, please. Okay, so I think this week this is before I ran out of chalk, I think, and this is like, I forget how much weight this is. It's 300 and something pounds. I think there's like a 25 or something on both, I forget. So I use the Smith machine for my shrugs to overload my traps, because you can use more weight than you would with the barbell, and it's gonna allow you to get a little bit more stimulus. So this is the only thing I use Smith machine for. You won't see me touch for anything else. I used to do this for a few other things in the past, but my ideologies, my methods have changed. I'm not even gonna try to say that word. My methods have changed, and my mindset has changed a little bit, and my training has evolved, as a result of that. So what am I doing right here? This is my cardio. So 15 minutes of HIIT cardio after my workouts. This is what I do every single day, about 5 to 6 days a week after my workouts. So I just do a variety of moves. It's very sped up. So I believe I'm doing 45 seconds on and 30 seconds resting. And I'm just doing, so what I do, this is a total of 12 rounds. So I pick 3 bodyweight moves, like running in place, Heisman, jumping around. I call it cross jumps and the power jumps. And then I do 3 moves with some type of weight. I switch it up every single day too, so it doesn't ever get too predictable. I don't really get I get used to it by, as far as like conditioning wise, I get used to it, but as far as like knowing exactly what I'm gonna do, it's always different. And I like to change the moves up, change the orders. I like to create new things, as you're gonna see here. I believe I started doing this one-legged Romanian deadlift down into like a burpee push-up combo thing. So I just kind of make stuff up. It keeps it exciting, keeps it fun, and it makes the cardio feel like it's nothing, when really I'm killing myself for 15 minutes and people are looking at me like, yo, the hell, this dude is like legit. It's like, so yeah, this is the move right here that I was talking about. It's pretty difficult, I'm not gonna lie. So I worked myself up I started with about 10 minutes of HIIT, and then I moved up to 12 minutes, and I started with like 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, and then 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off, just to make it a little bit more intense. And then I started doing the 45-30s split at 15 minutes. I'm not gonna go above this because it's not really too necessary, and I also don't want to do too much to where I can't recover from it. But I really like this. It allows me to loosen my legs up more. It allows me to keep my conditioning levels high. I feel like I can run for a long time, and I'm always sorry, my microphone got unplugged. So I'm always boom boom boom, right to the next thing. So that's the one big benefit of doing this HIIT cardio. And one other thing I will say that I'm doing, usually every night that I can, I find a treadmill, whether it's at work or if it's overnight. Like I have 3 days off per week, so I'm up all night. So I go to my gym and I'll be on it for about 30 minutes, about 10% incline, 2.5 miles per hour. It burns like a few hundred calories. I just watch some videos while I'm on there, and it's a good way to get that extra caloric burn going, and to help the fat loss, because I wanted it to go a little bit faster, just like to add a little bit of something. So I've been doing that for a few weeks, and I'm really starting to see the differences. I'm really approaching those levels of being very, very lean. So I'm looking forward to it, man. And I'm still like this week. This was last week, so this week now I should be I'll be below 180 in a couple of days, and it feels really good, because I'm leaner than I ever been at 180, abs and everything, and high level of strength, high level of conditioning. So I'm interested to see how it's gonna turn out, man. So this is pretty much a workout. It was intense. Try it out if you want to. Let me know how it goes, and I'm gonna talk back to you guys in a second. Alright, man, so the workout is done. It was intense. It was great. I was in there sweating hard, breathing hard, all that good shit, man. So this 6 days a week. I do this shit 6 days a week, man, and it's working for me. It's working pretty good. If your diet is right and you're focusing on strength training, you're gonna make progress. And for me, it's not about I want to be strong as hell, but I also want to be extremely conditioned. I want to be, athletic. I don't want to just be like some bulky meathead, so conditioning is very important to me, and that's why I do like the cardio in between all the sets, why I do like the HIIT cardio after my workouts. And also one thing I started that you guys can do too another time of the day, because if you just work out like maybe an hour to 2 hours in the gym and then you're sedentary the rest of the day, that's not really good. So what I started doing a couple weeks ago was I started in the middle of the night, because I work overnight. So I started in the middle of the night. I started doing about 30 minutes on the treadmill. So I just go and I walk on the treadmill on the incline, turn on some anime, and then just walking the treadmill for 30 minutes. I mean, over time, I'll probably increase by like 5 or 10 minutes here and there, just to keep the fat loss steady. But I'm not forcing anything right now. Kind of just letting my body do what it does. And, you know, I have, you know, you might have seen in some of the clips, you know, I have my abs back. I have, you know, the good shape. You know, I'm getting lean and everything. So I'm very happy with where I'm at right now. I'm not really super pressed. I want to get like, you know, down to like, you know, 10-ish% body fat or whatever, but I'm not pressing it too hard, because when I do that, I'm probably gonna start losing strength and start losing size. I'm not trying to do that. So I'm just trying to make this kind of like a lifestyle type of change, and, you know, focus around, you know, getting stronger and keeping my conditioning up, as well as, you know, controlling my body composition and keep, you know, trying to get leaner and, you know, to a more athletic build to where I can look the best and perform the best. So I'm about to go inside and I'm about to have a protein shake and an apple. That's my post-workout right now. I stopped the candy for now just because I wanted to change my diet, because I haven't changed in like a little bit over a month. So what I do right now, also, I'll just say this real quick in case you want to try something like this. With each meal, I just have a piece of fruit or something. Like I'll have either apple or like 2 of the cuties. They're actually pretty big, the ones I buy. So I have 2 of those or an apple with all my meals, and that's where my carbs come from, really. I used to do the candy. I might do it here and there. And I also have, so I do like, it's pretty much low carb. It's about like 100 grams of carbs or so per day. And or like maybe a little bit over 100. Depends. But now since I'm dropping the candy, it's going to be a little bit less than 100 probably. So I do that during the week, and Friday and Saturday and sometimes Sunday, like this week, I have like, you know, kind of like cheat days, but I'm not gonna have like 3 meals. I only have 2 meals, and a lot of the time it's gonna be after my workout, and it helps refuel me, and I feel like fucking Superman at the beginning of the week. All right, so, and it's just amazing. It's working very well. I'm not getting fat, not losing size, not losing strength, so everything's perfect, man. So I'm just gonna keep going forward, focus on, you know, graduating with my master's degree in under 6 months. I'm gonna make a video about that. So just gonna keep focusing on that, keep focusing on you know, keeping my peace of mind, playing Jump Force and shit like that, just to and watching anime, just to keep myself, like, you know, sane and maintaining, you know, a healthy relationship and everything. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep going, man. So if you got any questions or anything, man, any comments on the video, man, leave that shit down below. So that's all I gotta say about that. I hope you liked the video, man. Don't forget to like the video, man. Don't forget to share, hit that subscribe button, and I'm gonna holla at y'all, man. Make a man out.